Okay, let's just make sure that I'm live. Alright, looks like I am in fact live. Alright, so, today guys, I thought that I would just do something kind of simple, chill. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and that's kind of due to a little development that's been going on in my life. I got a new cat. Um, I'd I'd show you her, but yeah, she's a cat. She's she's 3 months old and she's so adorable. I might make a video later, post a bunch of pictures together. Um, but yeah, her name is Susie Roosevelt, and she's gonna help me bash the fash with this grenade mug. Um, Now, in my last live stream, I got a comment from somebody that said that the audio was not good. I was actually using AirPods, but for this stream, I'm not going to use the AirPods, and I'd like you all to tell me um, how it sounds. Okay. So today, what I thought we would do is I thought we'd just look over some memes, some r/history memes, and maybe go over to uh, political humor after that. I don't know. We'll see. And then maybe react to a PragerU video. I'll have to see if I'm up to it. Pretty tired. All right, so let's see. I am sorting this by new because, I could do hot, but let's just take a quick look. Having your miners' rebellion crushed in 10 minutes and being arrested, being acquitted at the trial. Okay. See, I like these, but like you know what? I'm gonna give some love to the new. Because a lot of people don't get that first page. So we're gonna stick with new, and then maybe we'll go back. When a Japanese soldier, has to fight the Germans in the Pacific because some Austrian guy got shot. Uh, always funny. Being hated by the Chinese, being hated by the Japanese. Oh God, Chiang Kai-shek. Oh God, Chiang Kai-shek kind of got a raw deal, with what he did. Staying neutral in peacetime, staying neutral while all of Europe is occupied. All of Europe fighting Hitler. Switzerland. God. Oh, great. The Desert Quadrilogy. A, oh my God. A Jew Hope. The Empire Kills Christ. Return of the Jihad. And Spaceball. Ah. Ah. That one gets an upvote. Oh my God. Jeez. Holy sh. Oh my God. Oh, woo. That's a spicy meme. Alright, we're gonna quickly check on the dashboard. Oh, there's one person watching. Is there one person? Who is this one person watching? Why can I not see? Damn it, I want to see who's watching me. Well, hello, whoever's watching. If you want to just type in chat. Let's see. Live chat. Cool. I want to see all your stuff. Come on. I don't know who's watching me, so just say hi. Be very much appreciated. And I'm just surprised somebody's watching this stream. I'll be honest with you. All right, so has it been made before? I think I've actually seen this one, but it's still funny. Oh, great! Another emu war. Oh God! All right, we need to stop ridiculing the I'm saying it now. We need to stop ridiculing the Australians. All right, they're good people. Leave him alone. I'm actually gonna quickly take a look at OBS. Just make sure. Shit. No, that's not what I wanted. No! Ah! Giving away all my future plans. Why did I go there? I'm an idiot. Thank you, one person watching, for sticking with me. I'm just dumb. Alright, so. I honestly just wanted to make sure that, like, my camera was in a good place. You know. Anyway, let's go back. Worker. It's too hot in here. Let me turn off the heat. Everyone else at Chernobyl. When the UN creates Israel from Palestine's land, Palestine. Excuse me. God. Australian police. We're just gonna shoot Ned just like everyone else. Ned Kelly. Casual. I'll be honest with you. I love this meme. I love this bury this you casual. I just the M1911 handgun and the suit of armor. What if I spread the Great Plague in Europe? Haha, just kidding. Unless my footage from the Führer bunker in 1945. Please don't let this die in you. I'm not gonna let it die in you. Go on. Me and the boys waiting for Steiner's counteroffensive. Oh God, no. I have absolutely no idea what this one is. I'll be honest with you. Sherman on his own. Hi, how are you? Sherman under Grant. Sure be a shame if I burnt the entire state of Georgia to the ground. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, that's illegal! This is illegal. We cannot have this. Who is this Redditor? You need to be sent back to England! Australian military emails. What did I... Damn it, what did I say? What did I say? What did I say? No more. Let me guess your empire. It was, and it was beautiful. Oh, my goodness. I actually haven't seen this meme pop up in a while. I liked it. They always did something creative with it. And this is pretty creative. I like it. Found in r/teenagers. Thought it belonged here. Did you know Fred Flintstone was condemned as a war criminal during the Rwandan genocide? He would spread propaganda through radio. His encrypted message. His famous catchphrase, "Yabba dabba doo," actually meant death to the Tutsi. Oh God! Ah! English people's last words. Okay. China, when somebody criticizes the regime. Sing song, your opinion is wrong. Half of Europe, the other half of Europe, and Switzerland. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Fussy Bear 1. Are you dissing my boy Wojcik? I don't actually know how to pronounce his name. That bear's a fucking hero. I'm sorry, did Brigadier Sir Niall Olav, did he run in the face of German machine gun fire to bring the Polish soldiers ammunition? I didn't think so. Take this shit off. Right. Without the Qing dynasty, there would be no China. I mean, no, maybe not. Probably. Il Duce. Le Duce. Le Duce. Alright, I'm gonna... Alright. Okay. Great. Fantastic. Okay. Area 51 guards. Of course we killed them off. They're just untrained civilians. The guys that guarded the Bastille. Okay, I'm gonna say this to anybody who's watching. The one person who's watching, please don't go to Area 51. I'm begging of you. The military will shoot you on sight. And I don't know how many people are actually going to show up. Plus, I mean, it's highly illegal, and I really don't care enough to see what's in there. When Stalin won't surrender after losing 20 million people. It'd be a lot cooler if he did. Is Kosovo Serbia? Oh, yes, but actually, no. Anna Anderson is Anastasia Romanov. You're not just wrong, you're stupid. If I help in. Ah! 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 Winnie! Who did this? Who did this? I love this. I love it. It's Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is gonna storm Area 51. It's gonna be fucking fantastic. Oh my god. You know, another Black Plague joke. Europeans in 1347. You see a rat. Let's storm Jerusalem. The civilians can't stop us all. Ooh. There could be no hate between Serbs and Croats if only Yugoslavs exist. When you're an average Anglo-Saxon in 1066, some French guy says he's the heir to the what in tarnation? Australian corporate overlords and their leaders when their citizens or workers protest now. Okay, can I say this? Okay. This is how I feel like we shall attack at once. Like when at the end of the movie, if you saw Monty Python and the Holy Grail, when these two are just attacking. Oh my god. Holy shit. Me, an American, trying to decipher the lyrics to Waltzing Matilda, an Australian folk song. I haven't heard that one, so I don't know. Oh, no! God. Boobies. Pakistan, India, Kashmir. Oh, God, no. The Intercontinental Railroad in American textbooks. The Intercontinental Railroad to Native Americans. I don't know how any of you all feel, but I will just say this. We screwed over the Native Americans significantly. Square the thoughts. Australia in 2019 passes out walking the Kokodo Trail the first hour. Australian troops in New Guinea in 19. Oh God, therapist. Margaret that Churchill. Is it real she can't hurt you? Conservative sounds. Ottoman traders imports tulips. 16th century Dutch people. Give me the plant! You're next, Belle. We have a city to burn. Alright. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, no, not the troubles. Oh, God. Wait, don't jump. Oh, Jesus Christ. If nothing bad happens, we should win this war. We just bombed Pearl Harbor. You what? Ha ha ha! Australia's upside down. Fuck yourself. Okay. France can't stop all of us, can they, guys? I'm like, hosted by Kaiser Wilhelm II. Oh, God. That's really good. Churchill encouraging what's left of the Australian soldiers. So true, your attack was amazing. Gallipoli was one of the biggest failures by the Brits ever. I'm just kidding. There's probably worse, but just yeah. Let's try another spot. Oh God, no! I don't want to be demonetized. It's the most comfortable prisons of the entirety of Australia. Okay. So I wanted to actually get beat by a bunch of retards, commit the biggest show of martial law since Tiananmen. Jesus Christ. Ha! 3,000 Zulus. Oh God. Because that's the only thing that people know about Australia is the fact that they lost a fucking war to, Jesus Christ, to emus. Okay. John did the road. Oh God. Japanese ammo. Cowabunga it is. Black Panther. Grey Panther. Having a regular pilgrimage, extravagant pilgrimage, cause gold inflammation. Oh God. British soldiers going over the top. They can't stop all of us. When I'm thinking, what I'm thinking when people say Brexit. Oh God, no. I never thought oh, here we go. Let's see. Never thought I'd die fighting side by side with a filthy Yank. What about the side by side with a friend? I could do that. I love this. What year is it? It's 66 million BC. Dinosaurs. Time travel. Oh, he spelled time traveler wrong, but that's okay. It's the it's like right. I don't know. Seems pretty gay to me. Yeah, they did my boy Alan Turing wrong. Um, I might do a video on Alan Turing if you guys want me to, because honestly, it's an interesting story, Alan Turing. Me explaining the meme potential of anti-transportation league propaganda articles complaining about the spread of homosexuality in British penal colonies. Sub People in this sub whose knowledge of history only covers World War II and the Romans. Oh God. I don't actually know about this specifically, but just the fact. Oh God, that's hilarious. I'd rather speak Hebrew in the 1940s than eat a Lunchable with no Capri Sun. Jesus Christ. Happy bear noises. German Air Force. Hermann von Goering sitting on his ass the entire time. All the other interesting things that published. We'll check the Corporal Bear. Listen, we don't have a picture of the Catholic Church in 2019. Catholic Church in 1019. Jeez, they're right. Me and the boys about to hit up Sevastopol. Oh, the Gustav railway gun. Actually, I'm gonna pull up a picture of the Gustav railway gun. This thing. This monstrosity. Look at this thing. This is genuinely what Hitler thought could win the war. Ugh. Like, I don't understand. This thing is so fucking impractical. I mean, just look at the trucks. Look at the truck. It requires a small village of men. I mean, it's not as bad as this bitch. It's not as bad as this stupid boy. This was Hitler overcompensating for something here. All of it. Germany couldn't have a big fucking tank like the Soviet Union. But yeah, that's that. Oh, alright, goodbye, whoever that was. There's nobody watching. Now, we're gonna switch over to no, not in. Oh my god. Okay. Political humor. We're gonna go, not gonna go hot, we're gonna go new. Alright. Let's scroll through here, because these guys usually have some bangers. God! Sorry, I just wanna. Defends Trump's racist tweets. Called a racist. Hold on, let me quickly look up this tweet, because I don't know if I've seen this actually just yet. Oh, god fucking damn it. Okay. I don't have a Twitter. Or do I want one? No. No, go away, NBC. I'm trying to look at his tweets. Okay. Okay. I don't know what we're looking at here. I don't know where we're gonna start. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do my Donald Trump impression. You guys tell me if it's good or not. Think what would it be without the 3-year witch hunt and fake news media in partnership with the Democrats? 94% approval rating in the Republican Party at an all-time high. Ronald Reagan was 87%. Thank you. What? What is it? Trump, where are you getting this? Okay, awesome. So sad to see the Democrats sticking up for people who speak so badly about our country and who, in addition, hate Israel with a true and unbridled passion. Fuck me. Whenever confronted, they call their adversaries, including Nancy Pelosi, racist. Their disgusting language and many terrible things they say about the United States must not be allowed to go unchallenged. If the Democrat Party wants to continue to condone such disgraceful behavior, then we will look even more forward to seeing you at the ballot box in 2020. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. If you want a good video on how to criticize Israel, go watch some more news. They're really good. That guy's really good. He how to criticize Israel, maybe. He said it better than I could ever say it. Basically, my stance on this is Israel is not Judaism. Okay? Well, yes, it is a Jewish state. It is not Judaism. The religion was founded before the country. And I'm not talking like biblical stuff. I'm not talking about that. You can debate me on that. I don't care. But what I'm saying is that you can't conflate the Israel lobby and how they're influencing us, with thousands and thousands and millions of dollars, and saying, and then when somebody criticizes that and says that, hey, you know, the Israel lobby is pouring a lot of money in, automatically they're labeled an anti-Semite. It's fascinating that Ben Shapiro jumps to the defense of people like that. Lickety split. It's amazing, and it makes me want to die. We are doing great. I cannot. Why did he capitalize that? You didn't really need to. Economically, as a country, number one, despite the Fed's antiquated policies on rates and tightening, much room to grow? What the fuck does that even mean? Despite the Fed's antiquated what? Despite the Fed's antiquated policy, what? Okay. China's second quarter growth is the slowest it's been in more than 27 years. United States tariffs are having a major effect on companies wanting to leave China for non-tariff countries. Thousands of companies are leaving. This is why China wants to make a deal with the U.S. and wishes it had not broken the original deal in the first place. In the meantime, we're receiving billions of dollars in tariffs from China, with possibly much more to come. These tariffs are paid for by China, devaluing and pumping, not the U.S. taxpayer. I mean, that's literally not anything remotely true, but then again, you're Donald fucking Trump. You're literally the embodiment of stupidity. Oh, I'm sorry. Did another tweet. Son of a bitch. I'm just looking, and all of a sudden he's posting. Okay. The radical left congresswoman apologized to our country, the people of Israel, and even to the office of the president for the foul language they have used, the terrible things they have said, and the terrible things. So many people are angry at them and their horrible, disgusting actions. I don't. Nope, I don't know. If Democrats want to unite around the foul language and racist hatred spewed from the mouths and actions of these very unpopular and unrepresented congresswomen. Gah! You leave AOC and Ilhan Omar and the other, and there's like two more. I can't remember the fucking names right now. You leave them out of this, dumb. You hear me? Leave them out of this. Oh, look at that. Racist, look at that. Racist, not Monday morning. Racist president. Oh, look at that. Bad Trump. Oh, God. It will be interesting to see how it all plays out. I can tell you that they have made Israel feel abandoned by the U.S. You literally gave them sovereignty over the Golan Heights, which no other country in the world has ever done. No president has ever done that. What Israel did in conquering Golan Heights and most of the Palestinian territory is illegal. It should be condemned, but instead it's named after you, for God's sake. We know that AOC and this crowd are a bunch of communists. I don't think he even knows what a communist is, but we'll keep going. They hate Israel. Communists don't necessarily have to hate Israel. Pretty sure they're Israeli communists. Fuck you. I shouldn't say that. I want to get monetized one day. They hate our own country. Yeah, because you're running into the ground. Fight me, reactionaries in the chat. Fight me. There's nobody watching. Well, they've been streamed for 32 minutes. That feels like longer. Alright. They're calling the guards along our border, the Border Patrol agents. Okay. They accuse people who support Israel as doing it for the Benjamins. Okay. You took one tweet that Ilhan Omar said a while back. Granted, I'm not saying that it was right for her to tweet that out. She did apologize. And she has made amends and has made a concentrated effort to try and better herself in the knowledge of the issues of the Jewish community. What have you done? They're anti-Semitic. They're anti-American. Those two things don't... Your supporters are anti-Semitic. You son of a bitch. I gotta stop cursing. God. We don't need to know anything about them personally. Talk about their policies. I think they're American citizens who were duly elected. Wait. Wait, what? Hold on. They're anti-Semitic. They're anti-American. We don't need to know anything about them personally. Talk about their policies. I think I think they are American citizens who are duly elected that are running on their own agenda that is disgusting. The American people will reject. Mitch McConnell. Mitch bitch. Mitch McConnell has blocked literally every single thing that the Democrats try to pass in order to make elections more fair. You know, get rid of a lot of gerrymandering, make early voter registration, more available. And I know that if some reactionary watches this, they're going to frantically type at the keyboard like this, and they'll say, but what about voter fraud? Okay, if you can bring me evidence, if you can show me a federal report of widespread, I mean widespread. I mean like a whole state. I want a whole state. If you could show me that a whole state had voted for Donald Trump, but instead if the entire state of California actually voted for Donald Trump, but it actually went to Hillary Clinton, I want you to show me that. I want you to show me that evidence because I know that it doesn't exist. I know that it's just a little horseshit. There is no voter fraud. The amount of voter fraud in this country is so minuscule, and yet they're treating it. The right is treating it as if it's this big end all be all thing. It's disgusting. They need to get a grip on the real issues at hand. People don't believe that democracy is working. Instead, they want to line their pockets. That's why I learned about, actually was keeping an eye on the For the People Act, H.R. 1. For the People Act would actually basically make elections fairer, kind of get rid of a lot of gerrymandering things, get rid of voter ID laws, I think, and a lot of other things. Now, when I say voter ID, I mean things that, you have to go out and get a separate ID. And Candace Owen, because I know that Candace Owen is going to be watching this. I don't actually know that Candace Owen is going to be watching that, but I know that she's going to be watching this. I never said that people are incapable of getting them. I'm just saying that it is harder for them to get it. Because a lot of these people that are being targeted are minorities, and a lot of them have to work more than one job. So you're basically putting people at a disadvantage, and I don't get that. You keep wanting to claim that we're the freest country in the world, and yet you would rather see us fall into the Republicans and the right would rather see us fall into a totalitarian dictatorship than to make everything a little bit more fair. But God forbid people have a livable income. God forbid people not go bankrupt from medical procedures. God forbid it be accessible for people to go to fucking college. I'm lucky that I'm going to college because I'm getting a large scholarship. Knock on wood. My table's made of wood. But I am lucky that that is happening to me. I'm very lucky for that. Not many people are lucky enough to go to college. And I saw something a while back, a Stephen Crowder video of them going over like myths about socialism or whatever. And they saw this video and they were like, well, there are three paths. And the guy said, well, there are three paths that I can take. I can either A, go to college, or I can B, go into the military, or C, I can go into the factory. And Stephen paused the video and he goes, but they have so many options. I guess they have so many options. I mean, you've got so many options like military dying in an endless war in order to keep the military-industrial complex running. Let's see, going to college and getting in extreme debt for a career that you might not even like, but only because you want to make sure that you have a stable living once you get out. And then the amount of crushing student debt that people are in sometimes. And then going into the factory. Like those jobs, straight into the workforce. Like those are really well-paying jobs and will keep you afloat for all eternity. Like one bad move in the economy and those jobs are gone. Okay? I don't want to hear it. I genuinely don't want to hear it from people like that. Alright, so there's nobody here. Just gonna check this. Just making sure that everything's up to speed. All right, so let's get back to this. Running their own agenda, aka anybody in the Democrat. Well, actually, I will say center Democrats and Republicans. They have their own interests once they get into office, because, you know, they always take from their donors. What does it mean for America to have free health care for illegal immigrants? No criminalization of coming into our country. See how that works for controlling immigration. They talk about Israel like they're a bunch of thugs, not victims of the entire region. They wanted to impeach President Trump on day one, make them the face of the future for the Democrat Party. You will destroy the Democrat Party. Democratic Party, you fucking idiot. Just Democratic Party. Democrat Party. Ugh. It doesn't look right. These policies will destroy our country. Lindsey Graham. Need I say more? Here we go with the fake polls, just like what happened with the election against crooked Hillary. ABC, NBC, CNN, NY Times, Washington Post, they got it all wrong on purpose. Suppression polls so early, they will never learn. I'm not going to respond to that one just yet because that one's going to make me mad. It's going to make me real mad. Okay, so the healthcare for illegal immigrants, I want to say that that's just, all right, listen. I think that policy is going to be very difficult to put into practice, but I will say that it's a good idea. What I think should happen is that we should not, it's not a crime to flee from a situation that we created, okay? I'm going to say it flat out. We created, the United States of America created the mess that is down in Central and Latin America, okay? It's just a fact. It's an undeniable fact. And these people are fleeing from a problem that we made. Just like the people from Syria, they are fleeing a problem that we created. We destabilized their region. We destabilized the entirety of Central America. Okay? A lot of them just wanted to be alone. But what did we do in the 1930s to a lot of Central American countries especially? We let Chiquita and Dole do whatever they want. That's where the Banana Republic term comes from, because these were basically puppet governments of these corporations. And then once the corporations pulled out, then you had the CIA going in there and funding anybody who would go against the communists, because God, the communists are terrible. The Contras terrorizing Nicaragua. And we created MS-13. We created a lot of problems down there. The war on drugs, we created that. I think that the war on drugs needs to end. I think the war on terror needs to end. You cannot win these wars. Like, you can stop drugs and you can stop terrorism, but only to a certain extent. Alright, like, what I think you should do, I think you should just legalize weed. Alright? Because if you legalize weed, that takes away some of the dealers' prime stock. So why not? Why not just let them go, you know? I don't understand it. I never will. Okay, what does it mean? Country, no criminalization for coming into the country. See how that works for controlling immigrants. They talked about Israel like they're a bunch of thugs, not victims of the entire region. Okay. Israel shouldn't be there. Yes, they have ancient religious claims, but a lot of countries out there have ancient claims to everything because it was once theirs long, long ago. We can't go by what was, otherwise, we as Americans wouldn't be here. We'd have to move out and give everything back to the Native Americans. Now, Israel is a bunch of thugs. Israel goes into the West Bank and like bombs the shit out of it. They are thugs. But that's because like they've kind of grown into that thug you know, atmosphere. So they wanted to impeach President Trump from day one. We should have done it the minute you got into office, you cocksucker. Sorry. Gotta stop cursing. Make them the future of the Democrat Party, and you will destroy the Democrat Party. I don't know. Actually, let me see something. No. There we go. Medicare for all popularity. There we go. It rose here, but look, this is on the rise. People like it. A majority of the United States population likes it. There is no denying this. And it'll save things in the long run. I don't understand. People like this. You will be destroyed. That is why in the Supreme Court they decided that they would not do anything about gerrymandering. Because they knew that if they let go of the gerrymandering and left it up to nonpartisan people, they would lose more elections. That's why I say we should get rid of the Electoral College. Or at least reform the Electoral College. Because the Electoral College, I probably will do another video on it. But, actually, I think I'll just go into it now. Basically, the Electoral College, for those who don't know, the Electoral College is basically, you don't actually vote for the president. You vote for people who are electors. And the amount of electors is determined on the amount of votes that are cast for certain candidates. Basically, and it's past the post, the amount of votes that you win, after you win a certain amount of votes, you get all those electoral votes. That's dumb. It's an antiquated system for a time when the Constitution was written. It's not written for today. It's written for 1787. It's not written for 2019. It needs to change. We have different technology. Back then, in the election of 1800 and the election of 1804, you had town criers that would go into town and read off speeches that a candidate gave in Boston. If you were living in Charleston, South Carolina, you probably wouldn't see that candidate too much. But now, candidates can travel across the country like that because of planes. They can hear in real-time speeches because the news live streams their speeches. The president could be having a speech in Orlando, Florida, and somebody in middle of nowhere, Alaska. I don't actually know any towns in Alaska. Sorry, anybody, if you're from Alaska, probably not on this stream. But people can now are more connected than ever. It's time that we change it. It's time. It's outdated. All right, so fake polls, fuck you. There is no fake polls. Shut up. All right, cool. Okay, lately r/all shows a lot from r/Instagram to serve. People who hid Anne Frank for breaking the law. The people who killed her were following it. Yeah. Those raids. I don't actually remember if I don't know if the raids actually did take place this past weekend, but they were raiding major cities and were taking them away. I had a conversation. Let me see if I can actually find it. No. This is just dumb. This guy who draws these cartoons is a known fascist, okay? Just so you're aware. Right, I was getting into this big argument with this guy. So, I had seen this picture. It's the Babylon Bee to telling a modern-day Nazi from an Antifa member. I don't know if you can see this. Let's pull up the image a little bit more. Okay, so basically they say, okay, Nazis, they carry tiki torches, wear a German murder logo. I won't ever get monetized ever again. Support in guns right, protest gun, Hitler mustache, shower in Axe body spray. Hitler mustache, doesn't shower, carries mom's curtain rod, Russian murder logo. That's actually Nazbol. That's not. This is the Nazbol logo, which they are weird. They're National Bolsheviks. Basically, they're Nazis, but they believe in seizing the means of production. They're weird. Protects the wields an AR-15 to protect. Yeah, okay. Stole a gun from wields board from uncle's ferret cage. That's just weird. Beats you up for liking Jews. Bought gun from shady cousin. Stole it from the stepfather. Wielding little slugger taken from little sibling. Beats you up for liking Ben Shapiro. I think the equivalency is that Ben Shapiro is a Jew. So basically, you're still beating somebody up for liking a Jew. But Ben Shapiro is dishonest. Jewish people are not dishonest. I mean, there are probably some that are dishonest and on purpose, but Ben Shapiro is one of those people. And he's just an awful human being. Thinks Trump is Hitler, drinks Coors, signed pic of Erwin Rommel. Okay, I don't care who you are. If you have a signed picture of Erwin Rommel, where did you get one and where can I find one? I'm not a Nazi. I just really like good generals. And Erwin Rommel, not the best general, but a pretty good general, honestly. Drinking Coors. Drinks kale, signed picture of Rosie O'Donnell. Ah, yes, because as we all know, Comrade O'Donnell, oof, really sticking it to the fash. Really sticking it to the fash. Thinks Trump is Hitler. Tries to blend in with the right. Yeah. Confused about history. Yeah, they really are. Thinks Hitler was great. Antifa. Conservatives, capitalists, white men, classic liberalism, people who like America, all Nazis. There are some people in Antifa that think this way. Not all. Some people in Antifa think this way, but not all. Those are considered tankies and Maoists who think that Stalin and Mao did nothing wrong. Tries to blend in with the left. Now, this is the problem I had with this post. Nazis, widely rejected by their own political party. Except for Stephen King, who's a racist and probably a Nazi. And like literally a guy ran as a Nazi as a Republican. Antifa, hailed as heroes by own political party. Antifa is so the Democrats are like center left. They don't like Antifa. They've been clear about this. They don't like Antifa. So, basically I started this and I had this. Man, the left has wait, is this the beginning of it? I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. Man, the left has such a diverse range of political thought, not everyone likes Antifa. This is true. Yeah, no, watch the DNC debates. There's no diverse range of political thought. Just because a lot of them, okay, in a primary, they're just trying to secure the nomination. They'll say anything right now to get the nomination. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if John Delaney just gets out there, whips out his secret 13-inch cock on the next debate and just starts jacking it off and spraying all over the moderators. God knows Chuck Todd would scoop it all up. And I said, okay, listen, there's more to the left than just the DNC. And honestly, the DNC establishment is center-left at best. I'm talking the diverse thought of political people past social democrats. I will go into that in a separate video. I won't do it a live stream. I'll just break it down in a simple video. Let's see, how long have I been streaming? 57 minutes. And he said, the DNC establishment, as far as I can tell, are all about open borders, free everything. I don't actually know any candidate that has said open borders. Um, they're not open borders. There's the thing. They want naturalization. Easy path to citizenship. Free everything. No, that's not right. They want tuition free. They don't want all free. They just want to make sure that like a lot of the burden is taken off of the taxpayers. Huge tax rates for the uber wealthy, and massively hyperbolic rhetoric that plays us against ourselves by manipulating our innate compassion for others. These are not center anything. Honestly, compared to most social democratic parties and like far left parties in Europe, the Democrats are very center. To us, these policies seem very radical, but and as for the general left-leaning public's reasonability these past 7 years or so, I'm not seeing much of diverse thought there either. I mean, there's literally so much diverse thought in the left, and there's probably a lot of diverse thought in the right too. I have never looked over there because I don't want my eyes to burn. Chomsky said something along the lines of us becoming a society that reduces the area of acceptable thought down to a very narrow field, but encourages lively and open debate within the narrow field. It creates an illusion of diverse thought within the group, but its illusion is all it is. And then I sent this. Okay, first the DNC establishment hasn't advocated for that stuff. They did, but not not the way he's putting it, no. Candidates and individuals within the party have proposed these ideas and the base love them, but Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, I spelled that wrong, I know I did, and Joe Biden are center-left. These are center-left people. They still serve corporate overlords, basically. They only say these things because they want the younger voter bloc. Secondly, um, what massively hyperbolic rhetoric are you talking about? I'd like a specific quotation and source. Third, there is most certainly diversity in leftist thought. There's different subsections of communism, for crying out loud. There are. Some say Stalin and Mao did nothing wrong, which they did. They did. You have social democrats like me who just want to reform the capitalist system to have a less burden on the lower classes. Yep. The different types of anarchists, and I'm aware of ANCAPs, anarcho-capitalists. Ugh. To address the thing about how we're narrowing the field of ideals, both sides live in an echo chamber of their ideals. It's just the right is quick to fall in line while some think Bernie is a centrist in disguise. And this is an actual thing. Some people think that Bernie Sanders is not left enough, which is very sad. There's way too much to unpack there. Good luck on your way to becoming a conservative. Now, this made me a little bit mad. Not fuming, but a little mad, because I would never become a conservative. I said, boy, I'm a social democrat. I'm essentially a socialist, and it's just reading. Is it that hard? You know, reasonable question. No, it's just a lot of stupid, and social democracy is an oxymoron. I said, huh, all right, that's interesting. How is social democracy an oxymoron? Social democracy, political ideology that originally advocated for the peaceful evolutionary transition of society from capitalism to socialism using established political processes. In the second half of the 20th century, there emerged a more moderate version of the doctrine, which generally expunged state regulation rather than state ownership of the means of production and extensive social welfare programs. Clearly, dictionaries don't find it paradoxical, just you. Oh, that's good, folks. Big Brother doesn't want you to doesn't want to own everything, just regulate it. It's totally different, but don't worry because there'll be enough free cheese for everybody. Just vote us in. Do you want people to go hungry? Are you a monster? Vote us in, we'll feed them cheese. Bernie Sanders. False equivalency there. All right, let's see. We're just going to continue this little thing because I am mad and I wanted to rant about this. There's 0 people watching. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Shit. And then I said, oh, hey, Mr. Strawman, didn't realize I invited you to this party. Seriously, don't bring up Big Brother into this. Eric Blair was a known socialist and would not like you using his story like that. It's true. And who doesn't like cheese? Really, who doesn't like cheese? And you seem like the kind of guy who doesn't call the concentration camps what they are. And then this guy responds in a very triggered way. You're so dumb. Absolutely spoon-fed your bullshit and gobbling it up like mama's milk. Your favorite junior Congress figurehead uses a term, and with a week, all of you baby socialists are chanting it like you think you're thinking independently. No, I'm kind of just calling it like it is. It's a concentration camp. Ask yourself this, what kind of concentration camp is overloaded with hordes of people trying to get in? For God's sake, just think. All you have to do is think for yourself. Yeah, but like these people regularly would just be walking across the border illegally, not being put into cages. This administration, is rounding them up and putting them into cages, almost like the Gestapo did. I'm sorry, I'm a history major, and I see a large concentration of people who this administration considers undesirables into these camps. And if these aren't concentration camps, then why don't they have basic necessities? No matter what you call these, actual concentration camps that even historians, Jewish Americans, and Japanese Americans all say, are concentration camps. They're a deplorable situation. We spent so much money on a shitty wannabe dictator parade while children in concentration camps have no clean drinking water. He sent me this article, which I thought was just bullshit. basically, it's just being like, well, you know, I mean, like, look at this. Oh, it's like, well, shut up. Fuck you. And you, history majoring idiot, this wannabe dictator, has been begging your beloved clown Congress for money to fix the border crisis his entire term. But they first denied it existed, then called it a manufacturer crisis, and only now, when Obama's crappy facilities are totally overrun, they admit it's a real crisis. But now it's somehow Trump's crisis. Let's break this down. Okay, hey, how's it going? I'm going to break down how stupid this is. Now, he is a wannabe dictator. Second off, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Republicans, don't quote me on this, but I think Republicans controlled both the House and the Senate and the presidency for 2 fucking years. And right now, we only control the House. Well, Democrats only control the House. I'm somewhat Democrat. Republicans still control the Senate. They control the Supreme Court, basically, and they control the White House. So they control basically 3 branches of government. I don't know what you're bitching about. And yes, Obama had detention facilities, but not on this scale. There are pictures of it and saying, oh, yeah. They love this crisis. They love useful idiots like you. Can't even major the history. That's not English. Who can't major the history of the past 3 years. I mean, you're literally dumb. You also apparently missed the part where cameras were invited in response, showed that yes, there's food and water. Actually, I saw that video. It was literally a guy, and it was like 5 little Cliff Bars in a bowl, and the guy drank out of the toilet, essentially. Like, that's not okay. It's like, all right, let's go down this list. Okay, here we go. So I said, they're concentration camps, not sugarcoating it. The wall isn't a situation for immigration. While yes, Obama had these facilities, but never the same level of overhead. John Kelly is profiting off the crisis, millions of families. And I am majoring in history. My eyes are open to the atrocities of this administration and how he is tearing apart the fabric of democracy. And I've been keeping up with it, what has gone on the past 3 years. It's presidency worse than James Buchanan. And okay, they have food and water, quote unquote. But what about other things, like, I don't know, toiletries maybe? They have no soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, and no hygienic products. It's going to lead to the spread of disease. You know, this reminds me of when they had concentration camps in Nazi Germany and they denied people the basic shit like that. And disease was rampant. Also, if you think Nazis are leftists, please stop breathing, or at least don't reproduce. I'll go over that in another video where you just shut up. The wall is the solution. There's no value argument against a physical barrier. I mean, going around it, most people have expired visas while they're already here. So, toiletries now. You just jump from one knee-jerk reaction to another. So I digress. After I remind you yet again that your leaders refuse to give sufficient money to fix the crisis. No, not really. Just because they hate Trump so badly, it's their crisis and they love it. No, I distinctly remember the fact that the president ordered this. I don't remember there being a bill passing through the House about this. I don't know, maybe. Probably not, though. Fund the wall and the crisis is over. It would ebb the flow of opioids. No, it wouldn't. But the left needs that shit in our streets, too. It's all about keeping people down so they'll vote for the people who promise free shit. You realize that a lot of this opioid epidemic is because of overprescription. Overprescribing from doctors, actually. A lot of it is. And then people get addicted to it, and then they have to go and buy it illegally. And a lot of people just use it instead of weed, because technically it's legal. Like I said before, there's just way too much to unpack with you. You really need to find some original thoughts. I mean, I do. You're literally echoing your media, kind of, but not really. It's your so sadly and completely full of shit. I'm not going to deprogram you. Good, because I don't want to. Uh, there's no way I could, but I feel sorry for you, having to believe what you believe. Being fed such scary lies day after day. It's no wonder you're crazy thinking Trump is anything like a totalitarian. I mean, a literal tank parade for the 4th of July, using executive orders at whim, really liking, you know, other dictators. I don't know. Hopefully one day you'll break free. I wasn't so different from you until I started to see the left for what it really is. It was hard to accept the people I thought were the good guys are collectively the most underhanded, lying group of manipulative villains in the world. That's why I say good luck on your way to becoming conservative early. It was actually me hoping the best for you and your mental health. Now, I take very big issue with that. I have mental health issues myself. So, I said I got mad mainly because of the mental health thing. I'd probably be dead before I became conservative. It's not a single idea coming from the conservatives. And I would like to see the facts of a wall stopping either immigration or opioids. I'm sorry, do you not consider toiletries a basic human right? You know to stop the spread of disease. I'm not beholden to the mainstream media. I'm beholden to the facts. And the facts are firmly against every single conservative idea. Facts don't care about your feelings. Also, my political ideology has nothing to do with my mental health, which is a bit of a touchy subject for me. Of course, I want everyone to have toiletries. The facilities are they're overrun. And yeah, they probably ran out of supplies at some point. You know what? I'm not interested in continuing this conversation. But please be open to the possibility that your political ideology and your mental health are more intertwined than you think. After all, what is mental illness if not your own thought patterns failing to coincide with reality? I mean, it's not like in Europe there are social democratic parties. No, 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 no. Uniquely. This man is definitely a fascist. Imbalanced neurochemical. He doesn't actually know. He doesn't know what he's saying here. I say, no, no, no. Mental illness has nothing to do with social programming or bad politics. I genuinely have a mental illness. But don't take it lightly. I've researched it plenty, worked with psychologists to help me. I'd like for you to post a study showing the correlation between mental health and political ideology, because I can't find a paper on it. I actually did look for it, and I couldn't find it. And honestly, it makes me laugh that you would consider my political ideology a mental illness when it's been implemented in countries across the world. I guess you're saying that these countries are mentally ill. Please do your research on literally anything we discussed here, and maybe you'll see the facts are on my side, because I saw a lot of feelings arguments in this discussion thread. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And with that, everybody, I think I'm going to end this. We had one person join the stream earlier. They're gone now, but I wish you all farewell and good night. Oh, God, I'm dying of osteoporosis over here.